guys, it's your girl Q Chi-Town here with another installment of the A-List Alert coming on behalf of the Key S Expressions Publishing / Multimedia Division. We are doing big things in the Midwest, you guys. If you are new to the channel, welcome aboard. Go below this video, hit that notification bell. That way you know when I do new uploads. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much. You're part of the 194,000K views both in the US as well as overseas, you guys. I'm your girl Q Chi-Town. It's another rendition of Shock Value, you guys. And let's talk airlines. Frontier Airlines, yes, boo-boo, you are on the runway. Okay, the history behind Frontier Airlines is this. 19 years it took me and my ex to fade to black to actually save up for a Christmas vacation in Walt Disney World. 19 years. So we get there, we get all the kids packed. We pull it up to the airport. The youngest, I remember she had her suitcase. We were just excited, but I still felt in the pit of my stomach something was going to happen. So we get there, we get our luggage in and everything, get our luggage checked in, and all of a sudden they say, hey, look, after a while of sitting there, hey, look, you guys, the flight has been canceled. OMG, I was so hurt because it wasn't like we had it in the bank where we could just go and rebook. This was something that we had saved up for 19 years. So fast forward. Okay, so Frontier Airlines came across my radar again because I never got the opportunity to really take advantage of the flight. Because of the bad experience, that 19-year trip, I was very reluctant to even go on and use them. But Southwest was high. Southwest, for the same flight, wanted $600 for the trip, and I didn't have it. I waited until crunch time to really try to book in the first place. When the rates were like $150 to $80 round trip, I didn't go for it then because I didn't know that I could have, gotten the money from somebody else and paid them back later. Everybody always has advice after the fact, but nobody says anything during the process. So went through all that. So what ended up happening was I looked at the price of Frontier Airlines, and then with me working in retail, I actually had to deal with, and Frontier was a vendor for the retail company that I work for. So I was just like, okay, if I could pay about $350-ish, I'm still in the same ballpark as my other previous trips to Illinois. I had to go another state. And this was a big event. My daughter's graduation and prom. I have 4, 26, 24, 21, and 18. So the 18-year-old just really needed me to be there. And so at about midnight, I went on and booked my flight. I was very apprehensive at first. Love to fly. That wasn't the issue. I just did not know what type of experience I was going to have dealing with Frontier Airlines. So first red flag was the actual customer service. Here's the thing with me. I believe that you should know from the beginning how to operate the actual tickets, especially when everything has gone virtual. So if I come up to the desk and I say I need help to retrieve my boarding pass, don't spend 20 minutes on my phone trying to scroll and figure out whether you should be able to bam, bam, bam me. I should be able to bam, 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 and then let's go. But it wasn't like that. She played around, and it really was unprofessional because I had a whole line behind me. So for her to just play on my phone, knowing what she knew, and she spent like 20 minutes trying to retrieve something that should have only taken her 5 seconds, that was something that was really a red flag to me. And then on top of that, they have the charge for the boarding pass, $25. That's what was another red flag to me too. So I went through the whole process of getting booked in and everything. And actually, let me go back to the pricing. The pricing was really interesting compared to Southwest because of the baggage. That's where, because mind you, my rate started at $150 round trip. Beautiful. But where they get you at is the baggage. That's where they get that extra fee on you. So what they have, Frontier has, is what's called a bundle package. And the bundle package on your original flight is either anywhere between $111 or $113. Now, in that package, what you actually get is priority seating, which was cool, going there and coming back. And then for me, it was the 113 rate because I wanted to have the flexibility of having 2 free carry-ons and then that discount on my check-in bag. I needed that package, which meant I had to pay an additional $113 to get that. So that's how they got me. So I went through that whole entire process. I said, I need to be there. I'm going to go on and pay that extra fee. So, I went on and took care of that. I got priority seating. I love the window seat. So going back and going there and coming back, I always had a window seat, which was really good. I enjoyed that. So I got on my flight, and it was just seeming like it was taking me forever to land in Midway Airport. I'm circling. We spent like 45 minutes in the air. 45 minutes in the air. The one thing that I got that was a red flag for me too was that there was a couple that was on the flight with me that had two Rottweilers. I kid you not. They had two Rottweilers in a freaking stroller that was moving that thing around back and forth. You know what I'm saying? And they're looking past them, sniffing, looking for people. I'm just like, you have these two dogs on this flight. That was like the third red flag for me. You know what I'm saying? And then when it came to me getting off the plane, the lady that had the dogs, she's going to sit and put her whole foot in front of this dog that's under the seat to keep that dog from jumping out in the lane with everybody else. Total danger. Totally and utterly dangerous. I watched this couple with these two dogs and their kids the whole entire flight. The whole entire flight. Praying, please do not, I'm praying, please don't let these dogs get off through this plane and attack somebody. You really are going to bring two Rottweilers on a flight with you. And then you want to use your foot to try to maintain control of that dog. The dog shouldn't even be on the flight in the first place. And then you have two dogs on top of it. I'm like, wow, Frontier Airlines is so plain, 110%. But anyway, back to my flight. So I'm realizing we kind of in the air a little bit too long. You know, it's 45 minutes. So I'm looking outside and I can see, you know, the coolest thing about the window seat is that you can really see a storm. Like you can literally look out your window and everything was cloudy. I couldn't see anything. And we were flying in the air for like 45 minutes until finally the pilot says, and I'm joking because I think the pilot was new. That was what everybody was saying. That pilot was new. But he said, you know, we can't unfortunately land in Chicago because of the storm. So we're going to have to do an alternate route of St. Louis, Missouri. And it was cool because it was in the daytime. So I was kind of cool with that. But all of my plans to be there early, to help my daughter out, all those plans got derailed because we spent 45 minutes in the air flying. And so we finally land in St. Louis, Missouri. They told us, okay, we're going to, onboard you guys in St. Louis, Missouri. And we're going to wait until the storm clears in Chicago. Just hang tight. And then we'll let you guys know when it's time to reboard. And then we'll get back into Midway Airport. Okay, cool. No problem. So I went to Starbucks. And I was just like, okay, I'm feeling a little bougie with everybody else. And so I got the opportunity to enjoy a free Starbucks. Okay, so let me tell you about that. Okay, so I watched the ladies. The ladies really did a big ups to the Starbucks at the airport in St. Louis, Missouri. You guys were wonderful. So I'm watching them. They're making these drinks and stuff like that. So the lady, I was kind of disappointed because the espresso that I selected she poured the stuff in the cup and it just seemed like it was just a cup of foam. There was no liquid, barely any liquid in that cup. I said, I don't want to drink that. You're going to charge me $10 for this? But the customer that was in front of me, like a couple steps in front of me, he was at the counter like, you got my drink wrong. And it was a tall drink. Ooh, I don't even know what the name of that drink was, but it had ice in it. It was tall in the tall cups with the foam and the whipped cream in it. And he didn't want it. And I watched her make it. So I watched her wash her hands and everything. And he left it. And she said, anybody want it? You can have it. Oh, nobody want it? Okay, I'll take it. Thank you. I threw that old cup of that little spritz that she gave me earlier. And I took that cup. I sure did. I took that free cup. I said, thank you, Jesus. Pray over the hands that made this cup. I'm good. I'm good. I really want to be able to enjoy this experience. And so I sat there with my muffin that was warm, a little warm, and I sat there chewing, thank God for my breakfast, and I just waited. I waited. And so finally got to I finally got to the night of my daughter's prom, and I was able, my 18-year-old's prom and graduation, I was actually there to experience her, and she was gorgeous. I got pictures everywhere. You guys go out there and see it. She was just beautiful. Some stats about Frontier Airlines. Now, 8.65 million dollars in revenue first quarter. This is a 2% increase on capacity and growth. And then also it's a reduction of about 5% compared to 2023's quarter. And that source is coming from Frontier Group Holdings, INC. So that's my experience. And then also on the way back, I knew my flight going back was really going to be long. I had a 6-hour overlay in Vegas. So I couldn't spend any money. I didn't spend any, well, I take that back. I did the slots coming back. It was a 6-hour layover in Vegas. So that was long. I could not sleep. So I got a little crossword puzzle with me and a book coming back. And I tried everything to try to get on an earlier flight. And they were just like, no, we're sorry. You have to spend 6 hours in Vegas. I wish I would have had a whole lot more money to spend, rent a hotel or whatever, do it up big. But I didn't. Unfortunately, I didn't. I was not going to go to sleep in that airport. I wanted to look around. I wanted to make sure that I was alert in my surroundings. And I did not go to sleep at all. I was not going to play that. I'm like, no, I'll wait and go to sleep on the plane in the air. And that's what I normally do when I fly. I love to fly. I wish I could fly to the grocery store. I love flying. That's just something that I enjoy doing as a person. Actually, the backstory, junior year of high school, I wanted to go into the Air Force. That's how much I love being in the air. And I never had an issue with it at all. So I spent my time in Vegas. And like I said, when I got tired or something like that, I had a crossword puzzle with me. And also I was able to read a little bit. As a writer, I want to constantly keep the words going back and forth. And so it really did do me justice to have those things with me. In Vegas, I was really irate because Vegas prices in the airports are so expensive, especially when you're doing like a sandwich. So Burger King had their rates. They wanted you to pay $14, and it did not include the drink or the fry. This is $14 paid for just a sandwich. And I was just like, no. I went right to the little deli and found like a fruit juice and some chips. I was just like, I'm not going to spend half a car note just to try to feed myself in Vegas. I wasn't going to do that. So overall, I will give the experience a C. The thing that I had an issue with, again, was the boarding pass system. Once you get the first one, if you don't keep the first one, which I didn't, it's hard for you to retrieve the second one again, like on your way back. So because of the technical difficulties, one of the things they did was they waived my boarding pass fee of $25. They didn't charge me that because I was having issues in the airport with trying to retrieve it again. Went to like 2 or 3 different agents. They're supposed to know what to do. They didn't know what they were doing. So it really was just a disappointment in that as well. So overall, I'll give my experience a C on Frontier Airlines. Pricing was a B, of course, but the actual overall experience, because I had such a long flight, I would rate it a C for experience. Would I go with them again? Reluctantly, yes. If the rate is the way that it's supposed to be, I am still a Frontier. I'm still a Southwest baby to the fullest. I love the fact that I don't have to pay for my bags. I love the fact that I can get a window seat. And I love the fact that a lot of times you can catch deals where you don't have to pay half a house note just to fly. So that's my spill on it, you guys. Go below this video and let me know some of your horror stories about flying. Are you afraid to fly? Those are just some of the things that I would love to talk about with you guys in the comments. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Remember, I told you guys in the previous video that you guys are the focus group. We cannot tell corporate America what to change if you guys are not making those notifications and those notes and comments down below these videos. We need those changes. We need you guys commenting on flights, commenting on music, things that you as a person want to change as far as the industry goes. So let's talk about it. Right now, the subject is hospitality. Is there a hotel that you went to that you had a bad experience in? If there's an airlines that did you dirty as far as pricing or customer service, let's talk about those things below this video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe on everything that you're seeing today. It's your girl, Q Chi-Town. I will see you guys next time. And remember, ladies, if you are a part of the Curve Nation, are we little girls? Hell no. So do we tap on doors? Hell no. If you are a part of the Curve Nation, ladies, remember to kick that bitch off the hinges. Love you guys. Take care. See you in the next video.